Hey everyone, Michelle back with another spooky Reddit story for you. I missed a couple days, so I'm doing a few of them today for you. This is episode 30, and this is called Encounter with El Duende. So I did have a couple of those leprechaun stories, but I'm kind of going to space things, change them up, and then go back. So mix it up a little bit. Next one I'm going to do on the Appalachian Mountains, so stay tuned. All right. So this starts, they say, full disclosure, this is a throwaway account because I am very hesitant to talk about this. So this wasn't an easy story for them to share with us. It was from about 4 or 5 years ago it was shared. It was an older one. My wife and I are both college-educated professionals. Other than this one time I'm about to describe, we've never experienced anything that would qualify as paranormal. We've never seen ghosts, UFOs, Bigfoot, etc. The reason why I'm posting this is because I'm genuinely looking for any information on what we saw. At the time, about 12 years ago, we lived in northeastern Arizona in southern Apache County, close to the Navajo Nation. We had no kids at this time, and we would typically go out to dinner after work on Friday nights. We would drive about an hour to a neighboring town, as our very small town had few good restaurants. As we were driving back, my wife was behind the wheel. Around 9 or 10 p.m., we were both watching out for animals. It wasn't uncommon to see deer, antelopes, jackrabbits, and which could damage our truck if hit. We'd also often see rats, mice, prairie dogs too, so we're going along. All of a sudden, this small, about 18 inches tall bipedal creature goes across, running out in front of us. It ran from one side of the road to the other, and it disappeared in the cedar trees that are typical along the main highway we were traveling. The most messed up part was that this thing was wearing clothes. It was dressed in a robe and it had a pointy hat. We really can't remember the colors of the clothes, but we both agree that the hat was red. It did not look cute or friendly, more like the stuff of nightmares. Its skin was dark brown or dark gray. Its face looked monstrous, and was grimacing. I had the impression that it was very distressed and seemed to be running away from something or someone. It seemed oblivious to us in our truck. I looked over at my wife, who neither hit the brakes nor swerved whatsoever, and she's just looking straight ahead at the road. I seriously thought I had just had an hallucination. Not because I've had one before, but because I can't believe what I just saw. So I said, "Did you see that?" To which she quietly replied, "Yeah." In order to confirm my own sanity, I needed to hear her say what she saw first. I then said, "What did you see?" She said, "Like a little person with a wizard hat on." Then I said, "Yeah, what the heck?" I honestly wouldn't believe my own eyes and memory if she hadn't seen it too. She's also said that if I hadn't seen it too, she would have completely shut it out of her mind and would have long forgotten it by now. In fact, I would have serious doubts if I had said what it was first and she agreed with me. We've talked about it several times since then and are still dumbfounded on what it was. I've done some research, and it's hard to glean any information because people all around the world have claimed to see small humanoid creatures for hundreds, if not thousands of years. The variations are all over the place. The thing wasn't like the friendly-looking garden gnomes that people have in their yards. I hope never to see one again, and I sure as shit wouldn't go looking for one. My wife once described it as a little demon. Does anyone have any experience with such a thing or can point me to some information about this type of creature? I chose to call it an El Duende as it seemed appropriate for our region. Thanks. Alright, so back to El Duende here. Do you guys believe, since they both saw what they saw, that it was probably inaccurate, they saw what they saw? I'm kind of thinking so. When you have two people and then somebody repeats what they saw but didn't tell the other person, like, it kind of sounds like they were trying to be logical. They sound just like logical, well-educated people that would have nothing to gain from making stuff up. So I feel like this story, them coming to Reddit and not wanting to say who they are, you know. They're really just looking for some answers. So I kind of believe that they experienced this. And El Duende kind of fits. Elf, gnome, kind of a thing. Leprechaun is also something associated with El Duende. Seems to vary, just like he said, different beliefs in different areas. They kind of think of them a little different. It's a rare sighting because it's not like associated with a home or a property that they're having reoccurring. It's just like the deer crossing the road in front of you. Oh, it's an El Duende. There it goes. So pretty interesting personally to me. I think what they're citing, I think he probably labeled this one correct. The only thing that really surprises me as an investigator is he had a red cap, like, you know, like a garden gnome, you know? Like, I'm thinking about that, and that's hard to believe, but you would see red in the dark, like, with the headlights very easily, so that wouldn't be surprising. That's all they made out mostly as the facial, the skin, the red cap. So it's interesting to me, and it's from an interesting region. So tell me what you think in the comments. Drop your thoughts. And please, as always, hit that repost and share this with everybody else. Thank you for listening. Thank you. Have a good one.